It's Jonathan Agger here for Pro Boxing Fans. I'm delighted to be joined by former 4 Division World Champion Roy Jones Jr. here for Chris Eubank Jr.'s return on Saturday night. Roy, how are you finding England?
Doing good. I love England. England is always great to me. I love it because it's full of boxing fans, real true sportsmen of boxing, and I love it.
Just wanted to touch one thing on your incredible career whilst I'm here. What was your favourite fight when you look back at your whole career? What would you say stood out for you the most?
Honestly, I don't have a favourite, but the history-making fight between myself and Joshua-Usyk would be the one that probably stands out the most.
Roy, we are here for Chris Eubank Jr. on Saturday night. You've had one fight together. How much have you seen him progress since then?
I've seen him progress a lot, and I was even surprised when I got back that he's still progressing on the things that I've taught him for the year and a half in Pensacola. So to see that he's sticking with it and learning it and drilling it in his head every day is a beautiful thing.
Well, you have obviously had one fight together. What did you take from that fight that you didn't know going into it?
Well, I just took that he's a very smart guy and that he does listen and that he's very explosive. Like I knew everything pretty much going into it, but to see him discipline himself to go do it the way that he did, it was a big thing for me.
Roy, we did have a big fight here over the weekend, anti-Joshua Oleksandr Usyk. I know you've been asked a lot about it. What did you make of Usyk's performance going up from cruiserweight, something you did going up from the lower weight classes to win a heavyweight world title?
Usyk had a great performance. He's a better boxer, of course, but Joshua's the bigger man. He just didn't take advantages of his advantages. So next time if he takes advantage of his advantages, which is his size, then I think he can win the fight.
Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder going at it next weekend. What do you make of the fight?
I just can't see much different changing. The only way it changes is if Wilder has implemented the boxing ability that the new coach has bought. Or if he doesn't implement that, if he depends on the punch again, I can't see him really beating Tyson Fury because, in my opinion, Tyson Fury probably won the first fight, definitely won the second fight, and unless this guy changes, I think Tyson Fury should win the third fight.
And just lastly, Roy, Canelo Alvarez fighting Caleb Plant in November. Just wanted to touch on one thing. When I look at boxing forums and comments after fights, people look back and say, how would Canelo have done in different eras? And they always say that Roy Jones Jr. and Canelo would have been an incredible fight, but Roy Jones would have had too much. How would you have approached a fight with Canelo? Is that something you would have loved?
Of course I would have loved it, especially with him having the fan base that he has. He has a beautiful fan base, and having a fan base, we'd have blessed him with a beautiful fight because we're two guys who have skill and who can do a lot of things. However, on the flip side, you don't ever say what would have, could have, should have. I mean, I like Canelo. I think he's a great fighter, he's doing a great thing, and it would have been a good fight to see.
Brilliant. Roy Jones Jr., appreciate your time and best of luck on Saturday night.
Thank you.